Hi, everyone, and I'm really excited to have another video for you today with one of our key leaders at Everest Group. As a matter of fact, he is the leader at Everest Group, Jimit Arora. Jimit, you and I have known each other a long time. You've learned Everest Group inside out because you helped build the firm over the last, I don't know, 18 years or so, 20 years maybe. Um, and you are now leading the organization as our new CEO. So congratulations on your role. But who better than to talk about what's forthcoming and new and exciting at Everest Group than you? So I thought I'd use this opportunity to ask you to intro yourself to our analyst relations audience and to comment on what they might expect to see going forward in the rest of 2025 and beyond.
Absolutely. Thank you, Katrina. And as I like to say, I am new to the role, but not new to the firm. So 20 years this year at Everest Group. Quick introduction, started off with a lot of our industry programs. In fact, a lot of the peak matrices we have in banking, healthcare, insurance, number of those were started by me back in the day. And then spent the better part of the last decade working with our enterprise clients. So quite excited to see us through to the next chapter of our growth.
Excellent. So you were talking, we were chatting a little while ago, and you mentioned this framework that is, I thought it was a good way to summarize how to think about what's going on at Everest Group. Can you share a bit about that?
Sure. So I like to think of it as our next, right? And there's four broad components to it. So one is, as analyst firms, you tend to do a lot of lagging research, what's happening now. Where we are really focused going forward is to not just talk about the now, but also the next and the new. So expect to see a lot more of that from us in our research. An example of that would be systems of action, which is how we see the next in AI unfold. The E in the next is events, right? We really had a very successful Engage, our launch conference in Dallas in September of 2024. In fact, end of March, March 31 to April 1, I'm headed off to London for Engage London. And then Engage Dallas and Elevate, which is another new conference, is going to come in September in Dallas again. So that's the E. X is a lot about the experiences that we want to enable for our clients. And this is where, we not only cover AI, but we are going all in on AI. We are building our own experience platforms for people to be able to interact with our content in a more modern world. So you'll learn a lot more about Tashi, which is our experience layer, our insights layer, our own systems of action to help you consume research. And then finally, the T is technology, right? So we believe we are the best that's out there when it comes to tech services, the services research. But as the lines between tech and tech services blur, we are expanding a lot more of our own coverage in technology, be it around big tech, be it around emerging tech, and also science tech, which is where the new frontier starts to come in, where a lot more innovations are coming in. So really exciting times for us here at Everest Group. It is about the next and the new. It is about events. It is about experiences, and it is about technology. That's what I'm so excited about.
Yeah, no, that's really a nice way of explaining it. And I know that we're actively implementing all of that because I get pulled into a lot of those discussions, and I find it exciting to be involved with so many things. And I also think that it is just, we have this whole AR platform, a program that is a platform for making sure that analyst relations people have a good experience. That X piece made me think of that. It's about making sure analyst relations people have a good experience with Everest Group. And so, that this conversation and our newsletter is a testament to that as well. So Jimit, real quick, if an AR person wants to think about Everest Group and where we're headed, is there some kind of a, I don't know, moniker is maybe the right word or not, but something that that should stick in their mind about how to think about Everest Group? What would you
Yeah,
say?
I think, the way I would describe this is there's lots of different analyst models out there. We believe that our superpower is engagement, right? So engagement is our superpower. That's what we say. That's why we named our conference Engage. So it's not just about getting information or research to you. Where we really want to come in is bring in proprietary content in your context through the right engagement vehicles that we are bringing the research to you so that you can get the most value from it versus you having to come just to us to read it, right? If all you've done is read our research, to me, that's not enough. We want to make sure that we are proactively engaging with our clients so that they can get the most benefit from their investments in us.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. All right. Well, with that, I want to thank you. I know you've got a lot on your plate and appreciate the time you spent with us. Just a note to our audience, if you want to know more about any of those topics that Jimit mentioned, feel free to reach out to me. I'm copied on the newsletter. You can easily find me. But thanks, Jimit. Have a great day and hope to see you more on all those things pretty soon.
Thanks so much, Katrina.